Indonesia has more than 7,000 kilometers of rail across the country, with more than 4,800 kilometers of rail across the island of Java. Come along with Rani and I as we take our viewers for a ride on some of our favorite trains in Indonesia, including the Argo Willis panoramic train, the Semarang priority train, and the Argo Bromo Anggrek luxury sleeper. We're Rani and Jeremy, and we're digital nomads traveling to every country in the world. We've been on the rails and in the air for the past 3 years, bringing you our unbiased reviews on travel destinations across the globe. After spending 2023 living in South America, we have returned to Asia for more adventures. And as always, we hope that you'll come along with us for the ride, because you don't have to be a Kentuckian to travel with us, you just gotta have fun. Our travel adventure day begins here at the 5-star Hilton Hotel in Bandung, Indonesia. Travelers will be happy to know that this Hilton Hotel in Bandung can be booked for as little as 16,000 Hilton Honors points per night. And as per usual for Rani and I, as soon as we checked out of the Hilton Hotel in Bandung, we hired a Grab taxi ride to take us over to Bandung Station. And since the Hilton Hotel is only minutes from Bandung Station, it wasn't long before Rani and I were at the departure hall at the station. Sadly, there is no VIP luxury lounge at Bandung Station, so as soon as Rani and I printed our boarding passes at the KAI kiosk, we passed the ticket checkpoints to the railside waiting area. The Bandung Station railside waiting area is quite small, however they do have a nice Zen garden with a Japanese aesthetic for all passengers waiting for their trains to arrive at the platforms. There are also a few marts and restaurant eateries in this area so passengers can get a bite to eat before they board their trains. But Rani and I timed our arrival at Bandung Station perfectly on this morning, so it wasn't long before we were headed toward our platform to board our panoramic tourist train. Unfortunately, the boarding for our train commenced at the exact same time as 2 other trains, and the passenger crowd to the platforms was quite hectic as Rani and I headed toward our train car. But we did manage to get through the crowds and were pleasantly surprised to find that most of the passengers were not headed toward our panoramic tourist train car. So as soon as the crowd dispersed a bit, Rani and I had a clear path to platform 3 to board our Argo Willis panoramic tourist train. And welcome on board the Kereta Api Indonesia Argo Willis Panoramic Tourist Train, which can accommodate 38 passengers in a 2-2 configuration. These leather seats on the Argo Willis panoramic tourist train car do recline and they do rotate, so passengers can enjoy as much of the Indonesian countryside as they can see outside of the panoramic windows on the 700-kilometer trip from Bandung to Surabaya. This tourist train car also features luggage stowage and train car attendants who help passengers sit back and enjoy the ride. And if that's not enough for comfort for all the passengers traveling from Bandung to Surabaya, the tourist train car also has a private train lavatory for all the passengers in the tourist train. And for all our viewers who are fans of Lou reviews, here is the panoramic tourist train car lavatory on the Argo Willis panoramic tourist train. And as always, a special thanks goes out to the KAI train car attendants who keep these lavatories spotless for the entire train journey duration from Bandung down to Yogyakarta. And in addition to the leather seats that do recline and rotate, there are also power plugs and built-in tray tables in the tourist train car. And one of the best features on this Argo Willis tourist train car, as well as all of the new generation train cars with Kereta Api Indonesia, are the automatic doors, which open much easier than the old manual door locks. And some of our viewers might appreciate these new generation automatic door locks, especially when you're walking through the train exploring all the train cars. For example, as you can see here, some of the executive class train cars on the Argo Willis train still have the manual door locks. And if you're like Rani and I, one of our favorite places to explore on any train journey is the cafe dining car. And although the cafe dining car on the Argo Willis train is not of the new generation, it was very clean and well stocked for the entire journey to Yogyakarta. But soon the crowd outside of our train dwindled to only a few straggling passengers, which meant it was almost time for our departure from Bandung Station. And here's a better view of the panoramic windows inside our train car as one of the KAI locomotives hooks up to the train next door. And as we roll out of Bandung Station for an on-time morning departure, Rani and I would like to invite you to do us a solid and hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe to our channel. That is one of the best ways that you can support our work and keep us on the rails and in the air. And here is a train window view of the Al Jabar Grand Mosque in Bandung, Indonesia, which was inaugurated in 2022 and covers more than 22,000 square meters. And as mentioned before, the Argo Willis train operates on the Southern Java route for 700 kilometers from Bandung to Surabaya's Gubeng Station with 13 stops along the way. And travelers in the panoramic tourist train car will receive snacks and food along the way. The first snack of the trip was a cheese noodle dish served here. But since the train journey from Bandung down to Yogyakarta is about 6 hours, travelers can expect to recline those tourist train car seats and take a nap. But for all passengers who manage to stay awake on the train journey, there are breathtaking views outside the panoramic windows of the rice fields and mountains on the Southern Java rail route. And as Rani and I rock back and forth on the rails on our way across the island of Java in Indonesia, we would like to invite all of our viewers to check out the referral links in the description of our video. We keep those referral links in the description of all our videos, and they're guaranteed to help you travel better in the future. But for any train passengers that do wake up from their mid-journey nap, there is the cafe dining car, which has plenty of Indonesian selections to cure any craving during the train trip. On this particular train trip, I decided to try out some nasi goreng with chicken while Rani tried some Indonesian style noodles. But once Rani and I were back in the panoramic tourist train car, we were surprised again by the train attendants with a prepared box lunch that was included with our train tickets. Since we were still full from our lunch in the cafe dining car, we did not eat these prepared box lunches until later. However, they were a good example of Kereta Api Indonesia's hearty Indonesian style lunches. And thankfully, as soon as the clouds started darkening and the rain started trickling down our panoramic windows, our Argo Willis tourist train began slowing its roll into Yogyakarta station. And Rani and I would like to welcome you to Jakarta Station, opened in July of 1887 in the city of Yogyakarta. Jakarta Station in Yogyakarta has 7 platforms and 9 lanes and is the main link on the southern and central Java rail routes. But as we leave Yogyakarta Station in Jogja, it is time for the second train trip in this video from Jakarta's Gambir Station. And another pro tip for our viewers traveling through Indonesia on Kereta Api Indonesia trains. You can purchase KAI tickets directly on the Kereta Api Indonesia website. However, that website does not yet accept foreign credit and debit cards. Therefore, we often use the third-party booking system on the website Traveloka. And not only does Traveloka accept foreign credit cards, but they also send booking QR codes in a matter of seconds. Then we use those Traveloka QR codes directly at the train station at the KAI kiosk to print our boarding passes. Another pro tip for our viewers traveling in luxury class, priority class, or imperial class on Kereta Api Indonesia trains. Be sure to check at the train station for a luxury waiting room that might be available to all travelers riding in these classes with KAI. Thus far in our travels across Java, we have identified luxury waiting lounges at Jakarta's Gambir Station, Semarang's Taiwan Station, and Yogyakarta Station. And on another recent trip across Java, we learned that Surabaya's Gubang Station and Pasar Turi Station both have new luxury lounges, as well as smaller luxury lounges at Solo Balapan Station and Malang Station. But after a short stay in the Gambir Station Luxury Lounge, it was finally time for Rani and I to head to our train platform to catch our Sembrani Tambahan priority train to Semarang. And unfortunately for us on this travel day, our Sembrani Tambahan priority train car was at the very end of track 3, so Rani and I had a bit of a walk once we reached the train platform. But we did eventually make it to the priority train car, and our priority train attendants were waiting to greet us and welcome us on board. And Rani and I would like to welcome you on board our Sembrani Tambahan priority train car, which can accommodate 32 passengers in a 2-2 configuration. Immediately, all passengers will notice that this priority train car is decked out in hardwood wall paneling, which gives the train car a luxurious and cozy ambiance. The priority train car also has a large LED smart TV in the front of the train car, as well as plush leather reclining seats. And not only do these leather seats have a comfortable recline function, but they also have footrests, built-in tray tables, and local power supply outlets. And besides the comfort features located at each seat in the priority train car, which are ample for any long trip across the island of Java, there is also a private minibar in the train car. This minibar is much more spacious than the smaller minibars that are located on the Imperial class train cars for KAI, which encourages passengers in the priority train car to actually enjoy their meal at the private minibar area. And directly beside the private minibar area is the train attendant station, where they serve food and drinks, as well as a corridor that leads to the private restroom for all priority train passengers. And for all our fans of loo reviews, here is the Kereta Api Indonesia Priority Train Lavatory. And as all passengers will note, the Priority Train Lavatory was very private, clean, and well stocked with tissue and soap. And we're happy to report that the Kereta Api Indonesia train attendants do keep these lavatories very clean for the entire train ride. And after a quick tour of the private minibar area and the private lavatory on the priority train car, I decided to step outside the train car and check out our train before it left Jakarta's Gambir station. And here you can see the similarity of the priority train car with the Imperial class train car for Kereta Api Indonesia. Both of these train cars have the same outside paint livery, which gives them a distinct look. However, since Rani and I have now experienced the priority class train car and the Imperial class train cars for Kereta Api Indonesia, we have decided that we prefer the priority class trains. The priority class train cars seem to have more space inside the train car area, including a larger private minibar, a larger restroom, and more space for more seats. And of course, we also have to note the interior design of the priority class train car, including that hardwood wall paneling, which gives the interior a much more luxurious ambiance. And if you're still with us on this travel day, as our Sembrani Tambahan priority train rolls out of Jakarta's Gambir station, we would like to remind you to do us a solid and hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe to our channel. That is one of the best ways that you can support our work and keep us on the rails and in the air. And Rani and I would like to encourage our loyal viewers who love our videos to consider becoming channel members. Channel members get extra perks and content as Rani and I continue bringing you world travel videos from across the globe. Viewers can check out our channel memberships and our referral links in the description of this video. We put those links in the description of all our videos, and they're guaranteed to help you travel better in the future. And shortly after our train departed Jakarta's Gambir station, the Kereta Api Indonesia train attendants distributed snack boxes, which of course always include sweetbreads, juice, and water. And as our Sembrani Tambahan priority train rocks back and forth on the rails, we would like to invite you to enjoy some of the gorgeous Indonesian scenery outside these train windows, which includes luscious rice fields and volcano mountains in the distance. And of course, after Rani and I thoroughly explored the priority class train car, we had to set out and explore the rest of the train, including the cafe dining car on the Sembrani Tambahan train. And welcome inside the cafe dining car on the Sembrani Tambahan train, which of course includes plenty of booth seating for passengers, as well as a prayer room and bunk rooms for the Kereta Api Indonesia staff. And this cafe dining car included several different food options on board. And of course, priority train passengers have the option of dining in the cafe dining car or ordering food directly from your train attendants in the priority car. Rani and I decided to take advantage of this luxury on this priority train trip, and we had food from the cafe dining car delivered directly to us in our priority train car. On this train trip, Rani got the nasi timbel with fish in spicy sambal sauce, while I ordered nasi goreng from the cafe dining car. And as an additional note, we usually enjoy the food on Kereta Api Indonesia trains. And as I've said in previous videos, Rani usually orders the bakso, and I usually order the nasi goreng, which are usually reliable meals. And here's a closer look at some of those volcanic mountains in the distance on the island of Java as our Sembrani train rolls down the tracks closer to Semarang's Tawang station. And as we arrive at Semarang's Tawang station, it is time for the final train trip in this video on the Argo Bromo and Grek luxury sleeper train. But soon it was time for Rani and I to head upstairs to our train platform, and we did so just in time to see some of the Jakarta commuter trains before our Argo Bromo and Grek train arrived at Gambir station. And big shout out to the porters seen here loading the luggage onto the train. These porters are my favorite workers at the train station in Indonesia, and if you're ever traveling in Indonesia by train, be sure to hire one of these porters to make your transit much easier. And welcome on board the Argo Bromo Anggrek luxury sleeper train car with 18 fully reclining seats in a 1-1 configuration. Immediately you will notice these plush leather reclining seats have blankets and noise cancelling headphones waiting at the seat. Passengers will also enjoy cup holders at the seat, hat hooks, digital entertainment screens, and local power supplies. In addition, the sleeper seats on the Argo Bromo Anggrek luxury train car also feature storage cabinets with USB ports, as well as seat controls that will recline the seat to 170 degrees. And the leather footwell and shoe storage compartment below the digital entertainment screen are quite sizable and comfortable for most passengers. And every plush leather seat in the luxury train car on the Argo Bromo Anggrek train is equipped with a full window shade and a reading lamp. And here's a demonstration of the full 170-degree recline feature on these seats in the luxury train car. And if you're still with us on this luxury train trip as we leave Jakarta, go ahead and do us a solid and hit that thumbs up like button and subscribe to our channel. That is the best way that you can support our work and keep us on the rails and in the air. And as our Argo Bromo Anggrek train started rocking back and forth on the rails, Rani decided to look for a movie as I went on an adventure to explore the luxury train car's lavatory. And if you are a fan of train loo reviews, you will be happy to know that the lavatory on this luxury train car was clean and well stocked with supplies throughout the trip. However, the lavatory was not as spacious as some of the lavatories that we've experienced on KAI trains in the past. After I finished visiting the lavatory on this Argo Bromo Anggrek luxury train car, I decided to do a full walkthrough of the luxury train car for your viewing pleasure. And here is a full walkthrough of the neighboring executive class train car on the Argo Bromo Anggrek train, as well as the women's lavatory in the executive class train car. And here is a walkthrough of the cafe dining car on the Argo Bromo Anggrek train. As you can see, there are plenty of seats, a full service snack bar, and a menu for dining in the train car. This cafe dining car is one of our favorites on Indonesian trains because of the comfortable booth seating and the number of unblocked windows that lets plenty of natural light into the train car. But it was eventually time to return to the luxury train car, where Rani was exploring the amenities at our seats while we waited for the meal service to begin. We have commented on these KAI blankets in previous review videos for KAI trains, and we will say it again here that these blankets are cozy and comfortable, and they will definitely keep you warm on an overnight train trip. But when it finally was time for the meal service, Rani and I pulled out our heavy-duty tray tables to sample some of the local Indonesian cuisine served on this KAI train. I had the spicy nasi goreng with ayam goreng. And just as a reminder, the snacks and meal service are included with your fare when you book a luxury train car seat on the Argo Bromo Anggrek train. And if you are trying to plan for your next trip on the Argo Bromo Anggrek luxury train, the price as of the recording of this video is about $60 per seat in the luxury train car. And after we finished our meal service, it was time for a cozy nap in recline mode as our train finished its journey beside rice fields and coastal beaches on its way to Semarang. And as our Argo, Bromo, and Grek train rocks back and forth on the rails as we travel across central Java, this is a great time to remind you to check out the referral links in the description of our video. We keep those referral links in the description of all our videos, and they're guaranteed to help you travel better in the future. And Ronnie and I would like to welcome you to Tawang Station, located in the old Dutch colonial quarter of Semarang. And just as a reminder, if you are traveling with plenty of luggage on your train journey, be sure to hire a porter when you arrive at Tawang Station in Semarang. The porters will come on board the train and ask all passengers if they need assistance, and this is a great opportunity for you to save yourself some back pain and hire a local porter for only about 50 to 100,000 Indonesian rupiah per porter. And once Ronnie and I finally did exit Tawang Station in Semarang, we hired another Grab taxi ride to take us on the 72-kilometer trip to Pati in central Java, which was only about $30 for the entire 3-hour trip. And if you are traveling from Semarang's Tawang Station to Kudus or Pati in central Java, be sure to ask your Grab taxi driver to use the new express tollway, which will save you lots of time. And Ronnie and I would like to welcome you back to the Safin Hotel in Pati. And as we leave you at the Safin Hotel in central Java, we would like to ask you to do us a solid and hit that thumbs up like button and share this video with all your friends on all those social media channels. And if you enjoy world travel content and riding on the rails around the globe wherever we go, please subscribe to our channel and check that notification bell so you know when our new videos are uploaded every week. But remember, you don't have to be a Kentuckian to travel with us. You just gotta have fun. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep on keeping on. Cheers.